Hello friends, today I am going to describe how the DML query is flowing. Before that, I would request go and watch the SQL Server architectural video, links given in description, and as well as the select query flow. Both link is given in description. First go and watch that and then come to here. We'll see the how the DML query is processing. Okay. So let's start for the DML queries. I'm not going to describe each and every component in a relation engine because I have already covered in architectural video. So we'll assume a user write a insert query and it came to protocol layer through TDS format, and here you will get the actual SQL query, and then you will come to command parser. Command parser will check the syntax or semantics error and it will pass to query optimizer, and optimizer will choose the best query execution plan and it will send to query executor. Okay, so relation engine task is over. Here I have not described because I have already covered all those components in a architectural video. So you go and watch that, then it will be more clear on it. Okay. So from query executor, it will simply execute the query in relation to access method. As I said, access method going to check two things, whether that particular query is select query or non-select query. So in this case, query is non-select query. Okay. So it will write a transaction log. Okay. How I have already covered how it's reaching to transaction log. So query from the access method, it will send to the transaction manager, and transaction manager having the two components I have already covered in the architectural video, log manager and lock manager, LOCK, lock manager. So when the query reaches to transaction manager, so log manager will assign one LSN number and it will send to the transaction log one number, one sequential number called NSN, log sequence number. So it will assign one LSN number for that particular queries, for that particular transaction, and it will keep a log also. So it will keep two types of log. One log is on particular ongoing transaction, and the second as well as on the objects associated with the ongoing transaction. Why on objects? Because to maintain the data consistency. Okay, let's assume an example. Suppose you have a bank account, okay, and at the same times you are doing the ongoing online net banking, and you given to your card to your brother, ATM card, to do the transaction from the ATM. If lock will be not there, so there is a chance to the invalid transaction. Okay, because of that, the log manager is keeping two logs, one log on ongoing transaction and as well as associated with objects also. Okay, so here the point is how the log is coming to data file. I already covered in a transaction in the architectural video. So log is not directly coming to the data file. Very important things. So it will come like through the same reverse method. Once the transaction completed, it will send to the transaction manager, then access method, and then buffer manager, then buffer pool. Okay. So from buffer pool, there is a process log writer. It will write the data from the buffer pool to data file on some certain interval once the checkpoint occurred. So what is this checkpoint actually basically? So checkpoint is an internal process. It's writing the data from the buffer pool to data file. Okay, this process is working like that. Okay, so now as you can see, once the once the transaction covered, it will send to same reverse method, transaction manager, access method, then buffer pool to data file. Okay. In a buffer pool, there is a page you can see here D called dirty page. Okay. What is this dirty page actually? So basically, whenever the transaction sending the logs from the transaction log to buffer pool, and that particular transaction not committed yet. Okay, very important things. That particular transaction is not committed yet. That page is called dirty page. Once it committed, log writer will take the data from the dirty page and it will write to data file. But till now, if it is not committed, its transaction is going on in a transaction logs, that page is called dirty page. Okay, so very important things. So I have covered the DML operation, how it's coming to relation engine and as well as the storage engine, and how it's writing the logs in transaction logs and through which way it's coming to data file. Okay, so it's complete process I have covered for the DML queries. Okay, in next video I will come with the some another topics